I'm afraid you need to come down here to pick up your robots, the police officer says. They've killed someone.
What? How?
We sent you to look at stars. How could that possibly go
This is
that
Rachel's
wrong?
fault! Dang it, Fabula, what have you done?
Okay, Ian, you want to read?
You head down to the police station. Your robots have become deactivated and are being held in the confiscated property room instead of a proper cell. You ask to talk to them, and the police officers make some fuss before allowing you to reactivate and speak with them. You finally do so, with Rachel behind the glass at a visitor station and Ian peeking over his... What happened?
Misstep.
You asked. We got jumped, Ian says. They had 2x4s and knives, and they said we needed to stop replacing humans. Oh dear, you say. And then what happened? You ask.
We fought them off.
Oh god. What is the military strength of these robots?
We have military's up to 15 currently.
I helped, Ian says. I'm pretty good at fighting without hurting people.
Oh no, it was Rachel.
But I don't know my own strength. Rachel says, rubbing her hand.
Indeed, Rachel has the same motor setup as Ian, and it's designed to be able to summon massive torque quickly. You envision what would happen if that fist connected with somebody's head. It's not pretty. How much will you spend on the lawyer?
How much do we have is an important question first.
5.
5, alright.
Do we get to be like a famous civil rights case here?
I want to spare no expense, which is 3. It's the most expensive. I'll pay for the services of an average lawyer, which is 2. I'll look on the internet for a bargain lawyer. Rachel can get a public defender, or I will campaign to raise the money for Rachel's legal costs.
So we're campaigning this whole, robot rights thing, right?
Yeah.
With Ellie, so...
I feel like we should try to pay this away.
Yeah.
Right? We shouldn't really risk this going poorly.
We have 5 left. We have a little to spare.
3 is...
I mean, that's a lot, but...
You could buy a flying car for that.
But this will probably be the option that gets us out of this problem.
Yeah.
This is a bad
This could
problem.
end
We don't
badly.
want our robot who knows how to love to be imprisoned. Or
We've already done that to one
Oh
person.
no, she won't be imprisoned. She'll be dismantled and destroyed. They're gonna put her to sleep or
I
something.
recognize you, Bertel. You don't get past me.
No bird out there.
No. Sorry,
What
the
is-
robot just killed someone.
What are they saying? What is their opinion?
That was loud. What? Oh dear. Wait, what? Told you taste for human flesh. ... All of it. Great chat monitoring, Ian. You're not. You've not even noticed I'm here. You're not though. No public defender.
Yeah, you're slacking in.
No
Well,
public
You
defender.
just killed someone.
I think we pay all of it. I think we go all out with it.
A cruise and a half.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright, you spare no expense. You have a feeling this trial may become very important in the history of human-robot relations, so we lose 3 wealth. Your lawyer tells you there are 3 options for defending Rachel. First, you may claim that Rachel is a free agent. You do not own her. If you can persuade the jury that Rachel also deserves rights, then Rachel will be tried as a human being, and may claim self-defense. But if the jury decides Rachel is more like an object, then the fact that you have claimed Rachel as not your property at all may turn the case into an in rem case against Rachel, the term used for cases against objects that have no owners. In that case, Rachel may be seized or destroyed as if she were dangerous property. Second, you may claim that Rachel is more like your pet. In cases of pets that harm people, usually the owner gets away scot-free the first time.
Bye, Ricky.
Bye, Ricky.
Bye.
Because the owner can claim ignorance of the fact that the pet was dangerous, the one free bite rule. Third, you may claim that Rachel is actually a defective product, making your company, Metabots, liable. This move would allow you to pay for damage out of the company coffers instead of your own pockets. It also seems less risky for your business than claiming robots are free-willed agents with rights. So I feel like if we're paying this much money for it, we maybe should go...
We gotta go free agent.
For the full,
That's like
go
the
all
whole,
way.
that is the capstone of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Super empathetic bots that are their own things.
But she might be destroyed.
Yeah, well, maybe she deserves to be destroyed for punching a man so hard his head exploded.
Big risks and big rewards here.
We paid the money.
But we also paid for a really good lawyer. Like, would it be offering you the same options no matter which lawyer you
Maybe.
paid?
Oh, no.
I don't know. We never had this happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, our robots got beat up because they had low military.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So my accidental killbot actually ended up making them defend themselves?
Yeah.
So free agent?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Like
free
claim
agent.
there is no owner, Rachel's a free agent. All right. Ian, you want to read the the legal proceedings?
You decide it's worth it to you to make robots everywhere gain legal rights, even if, in this case, you risk losing Rachel entirely. The day of the trial looms for months, with Rachel and you tense at the prospect of losing each other. Finally, the day comes with your lawyer arguing in front of a courtroom that Rachel is not your property at all, but a free agent. The jury, seeing the way Rachel displays a sense of humor on the stand about the whole thing, believes it. This is an agent who acts on her own.
We also just agreed with Ellie that we were going to try to push for making robots not slaves anymore, so that also kind of seems like the correct option.
Also, but Rachel, you don't make jokes about killing people on the stand.
What does that mean? Sense of humor.
Remember, it was that.
It's so squishy.
It was that movie when when they were like, Ian was like all nervous about it. He was like, when the robot laughed, the people thought it was human.
Oh yeah.
How can I convince you that I am a human so that you do not kill me or whatever?
The following exchange just happened. Shortline gamer KSP, robot rights. Burnt L, people lefts. Rachel is sentenced to jail for 5 years in a trial that firmly establishes that robots are subject to the same laws that govern people. So that's something, you suppose.
Well, hold on. What law that governs people says that when you murder someone, you go to jail for 5 years?
I think it's self-defense.
Oh, right, because we were pleading self-defense.
It's killing someone accidentally in self-defense.
It's probably pled down to a manslaughter or something.
Alright, so now that we've removed Rachel from us, does this solve the problem of her falling in love with us also?
You begin to campaign with Ellie for robot rights. You invest some of your savings to pay for travel costs, but you feel it's well worth it, minus wealth. Gradually, month by month, you see polling numbers rise to questions like, do you think robots and humans deserve equal treatment? Plus empathy. Meanwhile, you and Ellie become famous as the face of the campaign for robot rights, publishing books and appearing on podcasts and vlogs. Plus fame.
Well, we're really famous now.
A new year rolls around, and with it, new decisions for Metabots. How will you change the companion bot product line? Why don't we check our stats real quick?
I feel like we've had a good turnaround here.
Yeah.
From the war years.
Our community has increased.
Internationally famous. We do have wealth 1.
Oh.
Yeah. Still married to Ellie, which, could have gone wrong at some point. Considering the concentration camps and the companion bots. And the weird entourage of golden angel machines at one point.
The harem.
Our experimental robot harem.
Really, I'm surprised Ellie's still sticking around at this point.
I know, like, we had like a 66 when she agreed to marry us. I think that was like a soft yes. That was like I guess I'm not doing anything else kind of yes.
Alright, our 3 options are, we should cease production of further companion robots. We will make the robots less human looking so that it is clear they are different from us. Which isn't that the opposite of what we're campaigning for? We will redouble our efforts to make robots likable so that even the most hardened Luddite comes around. Or these are just growing pains. People and robots will learn to adapt.
Let's keep campaigning. Let's make them more likable.
I think making them more likable.
Mm-hmm.
We are, in fact, still at it, Elizabeth. Our robot killed somebody, but it's okay because she's legally a person, so she's going to jail for 5 years, and that's great because she
self-defense.
She won't steal our concentration camp wife from us, or us from our concentration camp wife, I guess.
All right, you set a company-wide goal of improving human perceptions of robots by 20%. You managed to inspire the whole company with your vision of humans and robots being happy together, and technical experts across the company put in long nights to make your robots more likable. By the end of the year, you see success. Public opinion of your robots has skyrocketed, and sales have improved as well. We get +5 to empathy and +3 to wealth.
Yay!
And then that is the end of Chapter 6. So, our current status. We are in the year 2049. We are 54-year-old Rosie Alcazaro. Our humanity is 68%. Our gender is female. It just occurs to me that humanity has never really been clearly defined in this game.
Yeah.
Of what that means.
But it's like our top stat.
Oh god.
Our fame is... No, we're looping. Our fame is 11. We are internationally famous. Our wealth is 4. We have disposable income. We are married to Ellie. Our first robot, Ian, or just our general robot stats is what it is. Our autonomy is 13, military is 15, empathy is 33, which has now hit transhuman,
Dear God.
and grace is 18. And our important relationships that matter, Ellie is currently at great with 76%. Rachel, the humanoid robot that we built to love, is at 54% good. And somehow Mark's still just our BFF at 81%.
I think maybe one of the goals for the end of this game should be to get Ellie's relationship to surpass Mark's.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's possible, but
I wouldn't mind
I
that.
wish that we were closer to our wife than our journalist.
And the world power balance is China 56%, US 44%. We managed to end the war without China getting too overboard. So, final chapter. 15 years later, you find yourself in Surprise, Arizona,
Sure.
which probably is a real place.
Is that a place or is it Surprise, Arizona?
I don't know if it's just like surprise we're in Arizona or walking up to your mother's house. I guess we came from Arizona. A few of the cacti in front have Santa hats on them. It is the year 2049, and you are about to surprise your mother with a present for the holidays. She has finally been released from the hospital after surgery, performed by robots of your design, you're proud to note, and is living on her own in her retirement community. Or maybe she just lives in Arizona now, I don't know. The houses in Surprise are shabby, and trash litters the streets. The United States is still recovering from the loss of the Sino-American War 20 years ago. This retirement community is full of people like your mother who lost their jobs in the war, or a little before, and never got them back.
Aww.
What did you get, Mom? We have 4 options. A robot cat, a robot dog, a new 3D mail printer so she can send and receive objects over the internet, or the keys to a new flying car. These all sound like gifts that you would not give to an old person.
These are all clearly gifts for you that you give to your mother.
Well, I don't think we should give her the flying car because she's an old lady, and it's not good to give them, like, crazy technology that they can just slam into things.
Alex Atkins says cat.
Yeah, I like robot cat.
I like robot dog. Dog will be good and companionable and love the mother.
Oh, we got everybody back already.
Dog doesn't require. Dog is robot, so I assume that at this point, robot animals have assumed care of themselves.
So we have made robot people. Robot cats and dogs are at least as intelligent as cats and dogs. In fact, they look like they have fur and stuff.
Who knows?
Because humans look like humans.
What if they're as intelligent as humans, but they're just cats and
That's
dogs?
terrifying. Love me. We actually just make the Chimera from Full Metal Alchemist.
Or do you want to give her a 3D printer?
I think we should give her the dog. Cat won't love her, dog will love her.
It's a robot. Cat can do whatever she wants.
I programmed the cat to love me.
I don't know what my mom likes. I haven't been informed enough of this.
Well, she doesn't
What
know
does
how
cat
to
say?
use the
Cat or
3D
dog?
printer.
We have one
Chat,
response for
It's
cats.
a binary option, chat. Cat or dog?
Preheated.
Beeped.
Preheated.
Okay. Let us know what we're getting as we go.
Just cat. Still only Alex.
Alright, Alex, you're getting your cat. We got an achievement for that.
What is it?
I will...
Filial.
Filial?
Daughterly.
You powered the cat down after it started making a fuss on the car, but now it's back on, making confused mewling sounds from its carrier. So you made a robot cat, and you made it exactly like a real cat?
Nice.
Why would you do that? Like the rest of your robots, it doesn't like to be alone. You knocked on your mom's front door. Oh god, did we like make a super empathetic cat? It's like,
Meow. This is what every old lady wants,
it's
though,
okay,
right?
Emma. It's okay,
Mittens
mother.
understands
I know how you
me.
feel.
Good morning, Aunt Ariel. By good morning, I mean good 3 o'clock.
You knock on your mom's front door. Coming, you hear her call from inside. When mom enters the door, you see her left eye is synthetic. Though it is intended to look as human-like as possible, it looks dry, and its movements are just not quite as fast as those of a human eye. She had been going blind in that eye and had opted to have it replaced shortly after her tumor was taken out. The hair near the site of the original surgery is a little dry and thin, and it's all gray. Your mother is very old. She smiles when she sees you and gives you a hug, which you return. Come in, come in. The wooden shelving unit in the living room proudly displays all the little robots you've given her over the years for presents, all neatly still in their original packaging.
Well, geez.
Photos of your wedding day with Ellie are framed on the wall of the living room. Following your gaze, Mom says, "Can you believe how long it's been? The years go by quickly," you agree.
But you're still in love. It's the day you got married, right?
More so, actually, because that was kind of a weird thing.
That is the response. More, you say.
You should have brought Ellie down.
You'd think, wouldn't you? I should have. Next time, you
I'm
promise.
really bad about bringing Ellie
Oh my
places.
god.
Did you adopt a child? No, I have robots. I have had a stressful life. I do not need human children on top of that.
No, Ian would always be my child in spirit.
I like that option. Alright, you always knew deep in your heart that Ian would be the only child you ever had. Your bond is still stronger thanks to the time you've spent together over the years, +2 to empathy. It occurs to you, looking through all this stuff with Mom, that the whole time you were concerned about the future of your creation, Ian, Mom was excited for you in the same way. You were her creation, miraculously walking about the earth so full of intelligence, accomplishing great things.
No.
I'm gonna do Mom's voice, Rachel.
I have something for you, too.
Mom says she goes into her closet and fetches a brand new Mini-Me robot kit.
Burntle is here now.
Hi, Bartle. So this robot looks like Mini-Me from the movie, right?
Obviously.
It's a robot construction kit composed of little arms and wheels and a tiny suit that plugs into a smartphone. You examine it skeptically, convinced Mom would have gotten something on sale that only worked with smartphones from 20 years ago, but it looks new.
You used to love these, right?
Yeah, you say, since you never had a child of your own, you remained a child in Mom's eyes, even though you were over 50 now. Well, thanks, Mom.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Anyway, I've got to fly back now, you say. Happy holidays, Mom. Wait, hold on. What is this visit?
This visit is right.
It's supposed to set the parallels between your robot being your child and you being an actual
Think about it
child.
from a practical standpoint, like, hey, Mom, how's it going? Look, there's a picture of me and my wife. Thanks for the gift. See you, bye.
Here's a cat.
Here's a cat. Palo Alto has done well since the robot boom. The streets are full of the latest models of biodiesel electric hybrid flying cars, and the hologram billboards advertise ever more outlandish perks for employees willing to jump ship for a different company. To your surprise, the current boom appears to be not in robots, but in genetic engineering technology. Though besides gene working its way into all the startup names, you have little idea what all of these startups do exactly. Make beautiful people smile, you guess, judging from the advertisements. You feel lucky that when you were of an age to decide what to do, your passion was in the right place at the right time.
Aww.
Ian, you want to read? Do we have any communications?
Burntel says you can all stop panicking now. Shortline Gamer says, hello, I'm back. We can all stop panicking now. The Nile LTRF is back. Bob72 said, go to mass. Too bad. Nile LTR said, just had Panda Express. And Burntel says, the world can stop panicking now. So we got over that. It's dark out by the time you make it home. Winter always catches you by surprise that way. You live in a 2-story house you purchased a while back. A luxury by today's standards, since most people rent apartments. Most people these days would at least rent out a room or two to another family, but being a robot maker means you want to leave room for additions to the family. Welcome home, Ellie calls from the other room as you open the door. Ellie rounds the corner, and you see she's wearing an artist's smock covered in a big red daubs of paint.
Ellie has a red on her a lot, too. That seems to be a weird theme.
She does. She wears red and black.
She comes to greet you with a warm hug and a kiss you think is longer than what normal for couples who've been married as long as you two, but it's not longer than what is usual for Ellie.
Oh, casual Frenching.
Oops, Ellie jerks back. Sorry, got some red on you. You see that indeed, some of the red paint on Ellie's smock was not quite drying. You've got big red daubs of paint on your clothes now. No worries, you say. I thought you were busy making fundraising calls today. Ellie runs a charity for people displaced in the war, helping them with the legal costs of reclaiming their property. I was, but it's later than you think, Ellie says. It's almost 9. Rachel glides by carrying a tray of little bacon-wrapped dates.
Oh, Rachel's back too.
For you, dearest meatbag.
Yay!
This is Rachel.
You're calling it dearest
sorry.
meatbag.
For you, dearest meatbag.
Thank you. You take one, and the robot returns to the kitchen to make more amuse-bouche. That never gets old, you think. You take a moment to glance through the pile of 3D printer mail waiting for you on your desk. You find a Christmas card signed by all the employees of Metabots. Sweet of them to think of you. You're pretty popular, Ellie says with a grin. I try, you say. I'm gonna go say hello to Ian, you tell Ellie. Ellie waves you away. Of course. You peek into Ian's room. He's busy watching a bunch of History Channel documentaries about the war with China and fast forward. Eventually he notices you. Dearest meatbag, you've returned, Ian says, and he takes you with a hug.
It takes a moment to realize something's not quite right. Seems like a jump. It's like the opposite of a headache. Your head feels a little too light. You can't see very well. You're not sure when you stop seeing very well. When you think about it, you realize you can't really see Ian in front of you. There's also a roaring in your ears like static. Wait, what? Was I a robot all this time, you think absently? Maybe that explains everything.
Dearest meatbag, Ian asks. What's wrong? You look pale.
You realize that now you can't see anything. You only hear Ian's voice.